What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And today we're going to be talking about Mr. Mel Kiper is actually mock drafting Shedeur Sanders to the New York Giants at number 3. And we're going to hear about what he has to say about Shedeur Sanders. And I'm going to chime in. You know what time it is. Big Pat Sports Talk reacts on New York Giant Full Access. So after the intro, let's get into it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Connect!
I'm doing pretty good.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and look,
I'm doing pretty good.
welcome to New York Giants Full Access. What's going on, man? Hey, listen, Mr. Mel Kiper has mock draft Shedeur Sanders to the New York Giants at number 3. So we're going to chime in and listen to what Mr. Mel Kiper has to say about Shedeur Sanders and the New York Giants. So let's tune in.
The discussions around Shedeur Sanders are all over the map, Mel. How do you see him at 3 to the Giants?
That's a great fit, Greeny. I think the pressure, the expectations, the big stage, the bright lights, he's dealt with all that. That's Shedeur Sanders. That's who he is. That's what he's all about. At Jackson State, he was phenomenal. At Colorado, he was outstanding. People say he got too many sacks. Guess what? Over those 2 years, he completed 72% of his passes, 74% this past year. He never had a game less than 60% completion percentage, yet he was harassed. He was under duress all the time. Didn't throw many interceptions at Jackson State or at Colorado. So when you look at what he did there, despite having a poor, horrible offensive line 2 years ago, and not a great one this past year, he still lit it up, and he managed the game, and he won this past year at Colorado. So for Shedeur Sanders, I think he's a perfect fit. You got a coach, a GM picking their guy, getting their quarterback with the Giants in a division with Hurts and Prescott and the emerging superstar in Jaden Daniels. You got to close that gap. You got to get right where those teams are, and I think Shedeur Sanders would give them that opportunity.
So Mr. Mel Kiper believes that Shedeur Sanders can literally change the projection of the New York Giants as far as the quarterbacks in our division. And listen to the quarterback you said, Jalen Hurts, a Super Bowl champion. My boy from LSU with the Commanders, he's in an NFC Championship game. Dak Prescott, the Cowboys are usually in the playoffs every year. Jaden Daniels from the Commanders, sorry. I do believe Shedeur Sanders allows us to have our piece of the pie when it comes to the quarterback position in the NFC East, and we need to compete. There's no doubt about it. We got to compete in that division. And this is coming from Giants fans saying they wanted somebody that can put up stats. They wanted somebody that could play behind a bad offensive line. They wanted somebody that was accurate, wanted somebody with anticipation. They wanted somebody with aura. They wanted somebody that can lead. They wanted somebody like a Shedeur Sanders. Everything that you've asked as a New York Giants fan base and your quarterback, Shedeur Sanders has done it. He's played behind horrible offensive lines his whole college career and put up stats in each one of those years. Was a Heisman candidate this past year. And a Colorado offensive line was absolutely horrible, but he still threw for almost 4,000 yards, almost 40 touchdowns. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's doing the things that you want him to do. Is he a leader on the field? Yes. So I don't get the smoke that this fan base is giving Shedeur Sanders and the media, period. You see, I'm not a sheep, man. I don't follow what the media says about players all the time. I do my own research. And my research tells me this kid is accurate. This kid is a leader. This kid will not shy away from the bright lights of New York City. He will change the culture with this team. People will want to play with him. And he brings a whole new aura to the New York Giants fan base, whether you want him to bring it or not. He's not arrogant. He's confident. And he's changed the culture in Jackson State and Colorado, whether you want to put that with Deion Sanders or whatever you want to do. If you want to bash him because Deion Sanders is his dad, then you go ahead and do that. But what you can't do is tell me that this kid is not talented enough to be a good quarterback in this league. That's false. You can't tell me that he has inadequate arm strength. That's false. He's proven many times that he can throw the ball 50 to 60 yards easily with getting hit in the face. You can't tell me that he doesn't have anticipation. That's false. I could go through his film right now and show you that he has mad anticipation on all his passes. That is absolutely false. You can't tell me that this kid doesn't have a pedigree behind him because his dad is Deion Sanders. You can't tell me that this kid has never been a winner. He won at Jackson State, and he got Colorado to 9 victories after going for years with barely getting 2. You can't tell me this kid can't handle pressure when it comes to being bashed in the media and people talking about him. He's handled that very well. And you can't tell me he can't handle pressure on the field because he was under pressure the most in college football and still put up great stats. You can't tell me that this kid is not a leader. You go ask LaJohntay Wester. You go ask Jimmy Horn. You go ask Hunter. You go ask that offensive line. You go ask that brass. You go ask Warren Sapp. You go ask his dad. You go ask all these people that come over there to coach. Go ask Pat Sherman if he didn't pick up his system easily. The kid played with 5 offensive coordinators this time in college football and picked up every last one of those systems and played well in all 5 of those systems. You can't tell me that this kid can't play well without a running game. Where was the running game from the Colorado Buffaloes last year and the year before? They didn't even have 1,000 yards combined running the ball last year. You already knew what they were coming to do. So a kid that can handle pressure on the field, pressure off the field, be a leader, throw with great anticipation, has a decent enough arm to play in the NFL, actually has a very good arm, is able to get people like a Travis Hunter, LaJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn, Campbell, all those guys to believe in him. The quarterback that put that team on his back when people were clowning him about doing a wrist celebration or clowning him about getting a new car or clowning him about his money. Oh, he's silver spoon fed. Oh, he'll be nothing without his daddy. Still went out there and performed to the best of his ability, which got Colorado 9 wins. It was actually in the college football playoff until they lost to Kansas with playoff considerations. All the expectations, all the bashing that he receives, he still went out there and performed on a Colorado squad that is not up to par with all the top FBS schools. It's just a fact. But he persevered, and he went out there and did what he was supposed to do. Didn't get injured, and was getting hit time after time after time after time after time after time again. And guess what? He had to keep going back out there because they know y'all can't run the ball. But this is the guy that Giants fans don't want on the team. You'd rather go chase Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that. Make it make sense. Doesn't he have the swag that you want? Oh, it's not good because it's coming from him. Does he have the pedigree you want? Oh, it's not good enough because the pedigree is from Deion Sanders. Didn't he put up stats behind a bad offense? Oh, that's not good enough because he's Shedeur Sanders. Y'all got to make stuff make sense, man. So I'm actually in agreement with Mel Kiper on this actual pick for the New York Giants with the number 3 pick. I do believe it should be Shedeur Sanders, because I do believe it puts you in the same category as all the other teams over here in the NFC East with their quarterbacks. We got to get on this train, man. You got to get out of your feeble mind and thinking that you can continue doing things the same over here in the NFC East, because it's changed. And those changes that they did are working. So you got to get along. You got to get on the train, bro. Because if you don't, you're going to continue to get ran over. We were 0-6 in the division last year. Why do you think that? It's because we're not following the times. We're not following what your division is doing. Everybody else has followed suit except for the Giants. The Commanders were the last one of the other 3 teams to follow suit, and they got into the NFC Championship when they followed suit. So what are you going to do, Giants? What are you going to do, John Marin? Because it's really up to you, because you're the one deciding on what quarterback and everything they can get. I'm no fool. I know part of the reason why you're out there chasing Aaron Rodgers and all those people, because you're behind it. But you're going to have to change, bro, if you want this team to succeed. Because the rest of this division has shown you what they're doing. And guess what? You're far behind, bro. So either you're going to get with the times or you're going to get ran over some more. But we'll see. But I totally agree with Mel Kiper, man. Shedeur Sanders should be a New York Giant this upcoming season if he is there at 3, if he doesn't get drafted by the Browns. It should be Shedeur Sanders. Point blank, period. I think he gives us the best chance to get a hold of some of that aura that's going over here with the NFC East, and it allows us to play ball. But we'll see, man. Hey, thank you guys for watching. This has been New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. Hey, if you want to see more videos from me and talking about all NFL teams with the Aboriginal crew, go over to the Aboriginal Sports Network and hit that subscribe button and share it to all your social media platforms, man. The Aboriginal Sports Network is the new network for your sports fix. But until the next episode of New York Giants Full Access right here on Big Pat Sports Talk, you know what the time it is, man. Peace.
4, 3, 2, 1. Connect!
I'm feeling pretty good.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and look,
I'm feeling pretty good.
welcome to New York Giants.